Hello, everybody. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. And remember, the trend is your friend. And we're giving you everything that we can that nobody else is. Journalism is dead. Nobody teaches trend forecasting. Again, international best-selling book, Trends 2000, trend tracking. All better than Megatrends, Time Magazine. They don't teach trend forecasting at Harvard, Princeton, Yale, Oxford, Cambridge. They don't know how to do it. So we're giving you everything we can. So subscribe to the Trends Journal. Go to trendsjournal.com. A couple of pennies a day. Was it $2.59 a week? And again, we're giving you history before it happens. And boy, is history happening right before us. So today on the markets. Oh, happy day. Yep. The Dow was up 344 points. The S&P and the NASDAQ, boop, hit new highs. Yep. You know, on the news, the job report was better than they thought. And people swallow this shit. You look at the jobs that were created, right? Most of them were government jobs, which cost us money and they produce nothing. And then the other ones are in the healthcare sector, in social services. They pay shit. Manufacturing, boop, continue to lose jobs, keep going away. They pay higher wages. Service sector, that's what created. These are shit jobs, but they're selling the crap and the people are buying it. They're non-productive jobs. And again, of course, the big news is House passes Trump's big, beautiful bill. And they sell this fucking shit, big, beautiful bill. Again, read your Trends Journal. We did a whole economic update on it. And here was your, on a grander scale, which the mainstream media has not reported, is that this tax bill will be very negative for the US dollar. Again, in previous Trends Journals, we have greatly detailed the US debt level is escalating, the death of the dollar. And now this tax bill has made a bad situation worse. Why does it make it worse? Because they're looking at what? How much? 3.3 trillion. It's going to add to the national debt. And the Trump administrations have argued that the $4.5 trillion in tax cuts will not add to the deficit. So they passed this thing. And again, by the facts, it enriches the rich, just like as one did in 2017. All the facts are there. They're in your Trends Journal. The Tax Policy Center said the 1% of his last one got 64% of the benefits. And this one makes it even worse. Again, only by the data, and that's what we put out there. Let's see what else we have here. Who was it that said it? As we detailed in articles for this week's Trends Journal before the tax bill was approved by the Senate today, which was on Tuesday, we wrote that his tax cut bill in 2017 enriched the rich. This one will further enrich the rich and give just a few bucks in tax breaks to we, the people of Slavelandia. As with his 2017 tax cut bill, according to the Tax Foundation, the Senate bill that was just passed, again, this is before the House passed it today, and they didn't change anything, rewards the top 1% of Americans. The richest of the rich. That's right. If you're earning over like about $65,000 a year, then you get the best breaks. The rest of you get peanuts. Yep. And that's where it's going. I guess that's they're off with their heads 2.0, huh? The bill, ready? Includes $150 billion in additional military spending, and $113 billion of it will be used to supplement the 2026 military budget. This has been put out by antiwar.com. Yep. According to Breaking Defense, $29 billion for shipbuilding, $25 billion for the Golden Dome. A waste of fucking money, the Golden Dome. New Millennium Warfare, still ain't gonna stop shit, but it's gonna make their buddies rich. I forgot. Yep. $25 billion for munitions. Again, $1 trillion. And this is the Trump that lied his way into office as the peace candidate. We want to have peace on earth all over, he said in September 2024. Yep. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. Yep. There's the data right there. What he said and what he did. If I were president, the Ukraine war would have been settled in 1 day, 24 hours. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I want peace, said the piece of shit. All right. Look at this money being spent in the military industrial complex. No anger. And again, once upon a time, every gun that is made, every warship launched, every rocket fired signifies in the final sense a theft from those who hunger and are not fed. Those who are cold and not clothed. The world in arms is not spending money alone. It's spending the sweat of its laborers, the genius of the scientists, the hopes of its children. This is not a way of life at all in any true sense. Under the clouds of war, it's humanity hanging on a cross of iron, said Dwight D. Eisenhower, 5-star general, supreme commander of the Allied forces in World War II and 2-term president. A real man that saw how terrible it was and wanted to end it. And it's not only the United States doing it. That little dick, if he has one, Macron the Catzon. Oh, we're building up our military. That little root boy over there, Daddy, he calls Trump, yeah, building up the military, NATO. Germany, Merz, recession. In recession, for 2 years, we're going to borrow $1 trillion. We're going to build up our infrastructure too. Got to stop them Russians who only killed 25 million of them in World War II. One country after another, building up their military as the people get poorer. No outrage. Nope. Yep. So U.S. payrolls increased 147,000 jobs. Yep. And again, the facts are all there of where the jobs are. Government employment posted a large gain. 73,000 jobs. It's a fucking joke. 73,000 out of 144,000. Yep. And then again, you look at the other jobs that were created, and healthcare, 39,000. Social assistance, 19,000. This is not building the economy up, but that's what the press did. That's why you subscribe to the Trends Journal. We give you the truth. European junk bond market drowns in deals as investors cut U.S. exposure. Very important. Very important. Article in the Financial Times. Eurozone joblessness reached 6.3% in May. It's up, and it's just getting worse. And again, the good jobs aren't being created. U.S. and Vietnam strike a deal, Trump says. Yeah, it's still 20% tariff. We'll see what the deal is. And when you really look at the numbers here, it's quite shocking. The United States imported $136.6 billion of goods from Vietnam in 2024. It exported only $13.1 billion. This is the Vietnam. I grew up during the Vietnam War. They taught us to hate the Vietnamese. Those commies take over the Vietnam. They're going to take over all of Asia. Yeah. How they taught you to hate them. But hey, we're doing business with them. It's okay. Of course, I went to Vietnam in 1996. The people were so nice. Only had one incident. And again, as a young kid, I was stupid enough to believe the bullshit that they were selling, by the mainstream media. I started repeating things, and my father, may he rest in peace, said to me, Papagalo, stop repeating what everybody else is saying and think for yourself. Yeah. And I started to learn. I got to around 32 years old. I just started to grow up, and that's when I became a political atheist. But again, shows you the hypocrisy. And slimeball Bill Clinton and all the others sending all these jobs and killing our manufacturing in this country. Brought China into the World Trade Organization. Oh, they're a commie country too. Yeah, that's all right. Shut the hell up. Again, I don't care what country. I don't care about their politics. I'm just saying it's bullshit. And again, I approve tariffs. Wall Street hangs on to deal hopes. So the merger and acquisition, each week we do columns. Bigs get bigger. And the bigs are getting very much bigger. It's in your Trends Journal. And we talk about the jobs that are being lost every week. Every week we show you what jobs are being lost. And the good jobs are going down the toilet. It's crummy jobs that are being, and again, the job losses, the worse the economy goes, the worse it's going to get. Amazon nears robotics milestone. This is an article in the Wall Street Journal. Robotics, AI, it's the future. Jobs are going to continue to be lost. What do we have here? You ready? One of our trends is the dot-com bust. China is quickly gaining an AI race. Yep. This is also from the Wall Street Journal. Chinese artificial intelligence companies are loosening the U.S.'s global stranglehold on AI, challenging U.S. superiority, and setting the stage for global arms race in the technology. How long ago did we say this? Oh, January. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. They're just saying it, and they don't have the facts that we do. So get ready for the dot-com bust. This thing is artificially being propped up. Yep. Spectrus agrees to $5.6 billion KKR buyout. Home Depot, $4.3 million. Buying GMS, a building products distributor. One after another. Yep. And UK antitrust watchdog approves Aviva takeover of Direct Line. Yeah, again, one after another, the bigs keep getting bigger. Israel forces massacre 118 Palestinians in Gaza over the last 24 hours. Who cares? Where's the outrage? And you come out against this, you're an anti-Semite. My heart's broken. My heart is broken. Tehran enacts a law that bans U.S. nuclear inspections, UN nuclear inspections. Iran president has enacted a law to suspend cooperation with the United Nations nuclear watchdog, Iran state media reported yesterday. Yep. And then this is from the toilet paper record. This is the language they use. Iran's hawkish parliament. Iran's hawkish parliament? Why don't you call Netanyahu's in the United States warmongering parliament? I mean, Iran didn't attack anybody. The United States did. Israel did. But no outrage. Now you can do anything you want. I forgot. U.S. issues first wave of Iranian sanctions after ceasefire and 12-day war. The United States has issued a new wave of sanctions against Iran oil exports. Yep. Among those targeted by sanctions announced on Thursday, and they go on. Blah, 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 blah. You ready for this language? Iran's behavior has left it decimated. While it has had every opportunity to choose peace, its leaders have chosen extremists. The fucking slime ball, little dick prick, arrogant little fuckface, Scott Bessent. Yep. The Treasury Secretary. Yep. What fucking balls to say Treasury will target Tehran's regime sources and intensify economic pressure to disrupt the regime's access to the financial resources that fuels its destabilizing activities. Hey, fuckface, how about the slaughter of all those Palestinians? You're the fucking pricks that invaded Iran. They didn't do anything to us. Where's the outrage? And fuck off, you scumbags that don't like my language when it's proper. Because you suck up to the shit that these fuckfaces shove down your throat and up your ass. How can he say this? The United States attacked Iran. They may make a nuclear bomb, which was total bullshit. But Israel could have nuclear bombs. Palestine could have, Pakistan could have them. India, France, wait, fuck Iran. Iran's behavior has left it that's Iran's behavior? More sanctions. Peace. Ceasefire. What fucking bullshit. Iran says it's committed to NPT, slams Germany's support for Israel. Top Iranian diplomat rebukes Germany for criticizing Tehran over suspending nuclear cooperation with the IAEA, which I just wrote. This is from Al Jazeera. Iran's foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, says Tehran is committed to the Treaty of the Non-Proliferation Nuclear Agreement, weapons, dismissing speculation that Iran will leave the accords in response to major attacks by Israel and the United States on its nuclear and other sites. And this fuckface Bessent blames Iran. He also said that Iran will honor its safeguard agreement with the United Nations nuclear watchdog, despite passing a law to suspend cooperation with the agency. Iran remains committed to the NPT and the safeguard agreements, he said. Quote, in accordance with the new legislation by the parliament, sparked by the unlawful attacks against our nuclear facilities by Israel and the U.S., our cooperation with the IAE will be challenged through Iran's Supreme National Security Council for obvious safety and security reasons. They said they're not clear whether they're going to keep going with it. He went on to respond to Germany's foreign office decrying Iran legislation against IAEA as, quote, a devastating message. At the height of Israeli strikes were launched without direct provocation, say Chancellor Friedrich Merz, the little dirts, the little fucking loudmouth prick from Blackstone, yep, condemned him. He said at the height of the Israeli strikes, which were launched without direct provocation, Merz suggested Germany and the West are benefiting from the war. Quote, this is dirty work that Israel is doing for all of us, Merz said. On Thursday, this guy, Iran's diplomat, rebuked, quote, Germany's explicit support for Israel's unlawful attack on Iran, including safeguarded nuclear sites, as, quote, dirty work carried out on behalf of the West. He also accused Berlin of repudiating its commitments under the 2015 multilateral nuclear deal with Tehran by demanding zero enrichment by Iran. Iranians are already put off by German Nazi-style backing of genocide in Gaza, he said. And its support, they supported Germany, Saddam Hussein's war against Iran, by providing materials for chemical weapons. The explicit German support for the bombing of Iran is obliterated the notion that the German regime harbors anything but malice toward Iranians. Germany and other European countries came out in support of Israel in its recent 12-day war with Iran, which killed hundreds of Iranian civilians, including nuclear scientists and their family members, as well as top military officials. But who gives a shit? So there you got it. We're going through tough times, and they're only going to get worse. And this bill that they just passed is only going to enrich the rich. We're in dangerous times. It's the 4th of July tomorrow. Independence Day, it's gone. No independence. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, fuck off. No happiness allowed. Again, watch the video I did with Judge Napolitano yesterday. It's all about that. So thanks for tuning in. We do wish you a happy 4th of July and to bring back the spirit of America. The only way I see it is with a renaissance, to bring back the true spirit of America, what it used to be. So please subscribe to the Trends Journal. We're giving you everything we can. And we could use, again, the more subscribers we have, the more we could do to change the world in a more positive way. Thank you.